Um, Hello everyone. My name is Pradyot Hegde and I am from Mangalore near Suratkal area. My home native place is Tokur. So basically an engineer by education. Interested in Tulu, worked in some Tulu projects, Tulu research projects. So that's how I am associated with it. And I had this idea to teach Tulu. So I had written a textbook, so I happened to get acquainted with Sathish Agpala. It was nice. And firstly, I would like to thank Sathish Agpala and Guru Prasad. They are excellent people. And I would also like to thank my mother, who is a researcher, and Dr. Padmanabha Kekunaya, who is a scholar. But I studied informally under those people, and Vamananda were too. So let me start the presentation now. Start Malpunate.
Start Malpuga. Unta line introduction. Time.
So today I will introduce about Tulu land. I think most of you people are from in Tulu background, at least Tulu native people. As I see, there are many people Tulu origin. Okay, let's begin then. It will be easier than I expected. So hello, namaste, solmelu. Solmelu is the equivalent of namaste and dhanyavad also. Means thank you and hello, both. So let's learn Tulu. So as you can see, this is the map of India, and here is the tiny little part. Actually, it's bigger, but though India is bigger, so this looks tiny. This is the part of Karnataka. So presently, it is divided in major parts in Karnataka and some parts in Tulu. Kasaragod. Kasaragod which is in Kerala. So this is the geography wise. So history wise, this area is known as Tulunadu. Actually, it was way bigger, a little more bigger than this. You can assume that I will tell you some history. So it will be a little bit interesting to you, so that you will get to know. So upper side, it was Konkan region. Down it was Malabar. Right side it was Ghats, and to the left there was Arabian Sea. So this was the rough boundary of the Tulunadu. Tulunadu, what we call the land of Tulu, Tulu country, was situated in this area. So there were different kings who ruled. The native kings are Alupa kings. They ruled for almost 1,400 years. His references we can get in their references we can get everywhere, but most prominently the oldest inscription in Kannada, which is a Halmidi inscription dated back to 4th century. There the Alupa king's name comes. So that is one thing. And then Kadamba, Chalukya, Hoysala, and most notably Vijayanagar Empire. As you see here, this person, it's a statue of Sri Krishna Devaraya, is a very notable king in South India, probably the greatest king of South India. You can search about him, you can Google about him. He's from Vijayanagara. He ruled the Vijayanagara Empire, and there were 4 dynasties in Vijayanagara Empire. So the last one being the Tuluva dynasty. He is from Tuluva dynasty. So it is well known that he is Tuluva also. Though he contributed more into Telugu and mostly into Telugu literature and some to Kannada literature. You might have heard about Hampi. It's a famous tourist destination. So ruins of Hampi is a UNESCO World Heritage. And some local history. So about local history, you might have heard about Rani Abbaka. If you're not, she is the first freedom fighter of India. She fought against Portuguese, and she defeated them each and every time when they attacked Mangalore, Ullal particularly. But then different. She has a long story also. So these are local kings: Chauta, Banga Ajila, Tolara, Baira Rasa, and Mangalore, as you know, has many names. So Kudla is native. Tulu people call it as Kudla. It's a funny thing because in English we call it Mangalore, Kannada Mangaluru. Kerala people call it as Mangalapuram, and Tulu people call it as Kudla, and Konkanis call it as Kodiyala. So it's an interesting fact about Mangalore. Rice and pepper were the major exports of this region. And about culture-wise, you may know. I think most of you are Tulu natives, but stayed in US for a long time. So I think you will be familiar with some of these cultures. Bhuta culture, which person impersonates. So it's a worshipping a deity. It's a form of worshipping. So there are different bhutas. Then serpent worshipping of snakes, serpents. And then here the cultural wise, most Tuluas follow matrilineal family system. Matrilineal family system being, this is an interesting thing because most people think that not enough rights are given to the female in the family. So actually Tuluas have followed the matrilineal family systems since long. So that means the family rights pass from the female to the kids. So as you can see, this is my family tree. This is my grandmother, Harinakshi. So this is my grandfather, Sanjiva. So he is from Jappu Guddegutta family, and my grandmother is from Tokuru family, Tokuruguttu. So her 4 kids belong to her family, means Tokur family, not to my grandfather's family. So, and even my uncle's kids do not belong to my means my family. They belong to their her mother's family. So like that, we all are of same family. So you get that. So that's how the family rights are passed. This is almost 90% of the communities follow this even now. So this is an interesting thing. Then literature wise, you can get the references in early Greek plays, papyrus, where a Greek person interact with some foreign person. So there are some dialogues. So those dialogues are actually Tulu dialogues. So it's a comedy drama of 3rd century BC. A trader, a Greek trader who visited Mangalore, he wrote that. Then there are references to the old Tamil Sangam literatures. And the Siri Pardana, which is an oral epic, which is now written and documented, which has about 16,000 lines. So that's the biggest poem collected in this region, probably in Karnataka whole. Then, as you know, the Tulu didn't have much good good support from the kings, so it remained most as a colloquial language. Though Tulu script was used to write Sanskrit verses in this region, and this is one of the notable that we all, at least Tuluas, should remember this person. His name is Venkataraj Punichitaya. In the early 19th century, 20th century, till at least 20th century, people thought that Tulu is just a colloquial language. It doesn't have a script. It doesn't have history. Nothing. Maybe it's a dialect of Malayalam, or maybe a dialect of Kannada. So at that time, he was he was a scholar, just a regular, maybe in that time kind of regular scholar. But the extraordinary thing happened is when he was just one of his friend told that there is a Sanskrit text which says about how to make an aeroplane. So he went in search of that, and he found some palm leaves. So in that something like similar to Malayalam script was written. So that time he found some uh, Tulu texts written in palm leaves. So then he discovered, he compiled it, published it. So that's how everyone got to know that there is a script to Tulu, and there is a literature to Tulu. The ones which he compiled uh, can be dated back to 14th century or 16th century, and so that's how those literatures came into light. So next thing is notable scholars. These got Bhasha Samman awards from the Kendra Sahitya Academy. It's a very prestigious award. It's a one for Mandara Keshav Bhatt, Ketambadi Jattapray, and Amrit Someshwara. And then about the language. Tulu is a Dravidian language. As you can see in this chart, Tulu is a first offshoot of Proto-South Dravidian language, because we consider that there's a family of language. So Indo-European, you can consider one. There are others also, African, Indo-European. Then there is a Dravidian. We hear the word Dravidian often, but here I'll just clarify for 1 minute. So Dravidian is a family of language which has Tulu, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam. So there are different things, different roots. It is considered that these languages have come from a single root. So this from Proto-South Dravidian root, that's a bit linguistic technical thing. Tulu was the first independently developed language. At that time, Tamil and Kannada were together. You can say that they both were all the same language, Tamil and Kannada. Then later on, over the time, they evolved to become an independent language, and other languages are also evolved. And this is about that history, culture, and language thing. Then about the organization of the course. Initially, I will be talking about the sounds. Tulu is a special language. You may not know. Even I didn't know for recent years, because we never learn this in our academics. At least not in Tulu, not at least in my time. Now it's been started. I don't know what is there, but still it is started. It's a good step. So in my time, it was not there. Most people didn't study Tulu. So I will touch upon this